Hey, y'all. Hello. I'm CharLee Simons, your host here on Do Not Talk, talking to the people I'm not supposed to talk to, talking about things I'm not supposed to talk about. That's what I do. So, all my years in the media, big networks, ABC, CBS, big major markets, San Francisco, Los Angeles, Sacramento. I guess I don't even could call that a major market, but it's big. Um, During the COVID shutdown, my job with the Salem Media Group, which was a great one and a good company. But they found themselves in a lot of trouble during the COVID shutdowns because most of their advertising is not national, it's local. And all the businesses were told, you can't open your doors. So certainly they're not going to continue advertising. So all of a sudden, Salem went whoop, just like that. Almost 300 of us got fired on the same day all across the country. And most of their markets are in what they call major markets, most of their stations, rather. Um, Conservative, Christian, and they don't apologize for that. And I was really happy to be working for them. But after that happened in 2020, when everybody got let go, all the on-air people mainly, um, hmm, that's when I decided to get into the world of alternative media, and I've been doing it ever since. So thank you for your support at charliesimons.com, where you can actually buy yourself. You can join me. You can join Team Charlie and get this mug. Let's talk about politics and religion. Do not talk at charliesimons.com. And I got shirts, mugs, hats, all kinds of stuff there. Even a magnet for your vehicle that says no woke zone. You can find all that there, charliesimons.com, and you'll be helping support the show and keeping me on the air because they share with me the profits, what they make from the products that you buy. So you get something nice out of it, and you're helping this show stay on. Thank you for that. My guest today is MoMo4Real. MoMo is a TikTok influencer. Well, I avoided TikTok for a long time, and I finally succumbed. I had all my friends telling me, "Charlie, you're blowing it. You got to be on TikTok, especially now that it's becoming, not quite so communist." Well, right out of the gate, within the first 2 days, I got my first strike. Posted something that pissed them off, and I'm like, "Oh, great, here we go again." Facebook deleted all my pages about 4 months ago now, all of them, and my Instagram too, which is owned by Facebook, because I violated some community standard. And I mean, they banned me from the platform. I've actually tried to start up another page. I'm not allowed till I get a new computer or a new phone. They follow you with the IRL. So they're like, oh, we recognize this computer. Forget it. It's that Charlie guy. He says things we don't like. He hurts our feelings. I I've had to try and scramble because I put my eggs all in that basket. So I've had to scramble. I'm now on Twitch, twitch.tv/Charlie Simons1, because there was already a Charlie Simons, which is interesting because that's hard to find with the spelling of my name, CharLeeSimons, and the number one. Simons with one M, by the way, and an S on the end. Not Simmons. Simmons is two M's. I couldn't afford both M's. But if you buy more merchandise at my store, maybe I can upgrade and get another M added to my name. Stupid. Oh, happy Veterans Day. We're actually live today on Veterans Day. Hooah. I'm an Army guy. It's also the Marine Corps' birthday. Cheers to you. I'm sorry you couldn't make it in the Army, my friendly Marines. All right, let's get to it. MoMo4Real. I want to show you a little bit of what she does. Here we go. Check this out. Pretty exciting for her, too. Here we go.
Sharing your it is one thing when you have peers on social media sharing your video and it goes viral. It is absolutely another level when the president of the United States shares your video on his true social account.
Whoa.
President Trump did just that on my video with the auto pen scandal. Let me just say to everybody who is watching this now, keep telling your truth because you have no idea who is watching. To have President Donald Trump truth my video tells me that this man is listening to the American people. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep speaking the truth. This man will continue to fight for the America and the American people. You have to understand that he is only one person, and
Yeah.
everybody needs to continue to do their
Yes.
due diligence and do not take what the big media is telling you for face
Exactly.
value. The truth is out there, and President Trump is showing you and leading the way. It is one thing when you
That's pretty dang cool. Let's get her on the show now. MoMo4Real on TikTok, TikTok influencer on Do Not Talk. Ready? Hit it. What's up, my sister from another mister?
Hello. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for being had. That's my favorite joke. I have been in the radio and television business my entire adult life. When I was a kid growing up, people who immigrated from other countries were um, proud. They wanted to learn English. They wanted to
Yes,
become, they wanted to assimilate. They wanted to become part of this great nation by
correct.
blending in and becoming an American.
Correct.
Well, back in the 70s, 80s, it started, the split started. Oh no, I'm not an American. I'm a fill in the blank American. And it's only gotten to the point now to where you're ashamed and flying the flag of the country you came from as you're protesting the very country that you immigrated to. The most surprising to me are the ones who are here illegally doing that. Now, where are you from?
I'm originally from Cambodia.
Cambodia. Someday I'd love to visit there.
Yeah, me too.
What? You've never been? Well,
No.
you were when you were a kid. You must have been young then.
Yeah, the crazy thing is that I don't have a filter. And given that, free speech isn't free over there, I might be in a little trouble.
Yes, yes. So was it are both your parents from Cambodia?
Yes, correct. Both of them were from Cambodia, migrated here during the genocide
Khmer Rouge.
days.
Yes, Khmer Rouge.
So, yeah, during the Khmer Rouge, I was 3 when we landed here in America. And from there on, it's just amazing, to view the country or the values here in America to incorporate in my daily life. Not that I don't, recognize my culture, not that I don't respect it, but I'm an American and that's how I see life. I'm an American. So anybody says otherwise, I'm like, they're telling me to go back. Where would you like me to go? I'm curious, where?
Who's telling you to go back?
Everybody, the ones who don't agree with my political views, they tell me go back. Of course, they tell me to go to China. They assume I'm Chinese, or they tell me to go back to the Philippines. One thought I was Mexican. They told me, just in case, they might deport you. And I have the standing joke. Well, you can't deport someone who lives with ICE. I mean, I don't, technically live with ICE. So where are they going to take me? And
Yeah,
it's always been.
exactly. I'm stunned at the sheer hypocrisy of what I'm hearing from the left, which is
Oh,
telling people who have immigrated here legally to go
yes,
back to where they came from. That is
yes.
something that even we on the right, if somebody who I'm associated with said something like that, I was always outraged. I'm like, don't say that. They're here legally. What's wrong with you? Why
Yeah,
would you
and
say
it
something like that?
baffles. It baffles me. Like, what are you worried about? If you know your rights, you didn't do anything, what are you worried about? I don't look, I mean, you don't live in fear. The only time you live in fear is when you know you came in legally or illegally, excuse me. And that's
Yeah,
when
well,
you live in
yeah.
fear. And
Uh,
that's why you get offended.
how long have you been on TikTok then?
I've been on TikTok for quite some time since it started. This whole, TikTok started growing, but I really didn't start talking until you really see how much hypocrisy is out there. Like they are just telling you so much nonsense. I'm like, I've never showed my face for 2.5 years. I never showed my face. I would say almost 3 years until the beginning, I would say mid of last year. Then I started talking out or speaking more about politics. And then I started seeing more viewers, and then they canceled me completely shut down my TikTok page. I had to restart my whole, collection of people. I would call it collection of people because, it takes quite a bit to accumulate followers.
Right.
And I really didn't start having a great following until President Trump came into office. And that's when the massive following. As soon as I said, I'm a legal immigrant, I'm just not okay with certain things, I don't care. I don't have a filter. I'm sorry, I can't cater to you. This is not how I see things. And from there on, it's like, oh, here goes the conservative Asian girl speaking out. And then comes everybody else, like, you're talking out against, all this stuff that we've been saying. The most racist ones are the ones who are the same color as I am.
Sister, I've said this many times on the air, and everybody thought it was so controversial when I was on the radio. It really isn't, because it was just fact. The most
Yes.
racist people I've ever met in my life are not white.
Yeah. It's your own color.
I mean, if you look at let's just say Mexican people, since so many of them came in here illegally during Biden's time of reign of terror. If you watch, I've spent a lot of time in Mexico, and I speak some of the language. And if you watch the television down there, all the bad guys are dark skinned and short, and all the good guys and the heroes of the shows are all very light
Or
complected, and many of them have dyed their hair blonde, the women at least. It's prevalent there. They look down on people who are darker, and it's the same thing in African countries where
yeah.
literally tribes would war against each other because one was light skinned and the other one was dark skinned, and they hated each other because of that. And
It
they've
is.
only brought that here. They bring that same attitude here, and now it's everybody hates the whites.
Oh, well,
Everybody hates anybody.
it's weird because
Yeah.
this is personal. So I'm gonna tell you it's a tiny little story. We were growing up, we were arranged to be married, everybody in the family. Okay. So we had a house of 5 girls, 1 boy. My sister and I, of course, came to age and we were subjected to the culture and the religion. And everybody who came to the house would ask, they would see the daughters and you're getting ready to, at marital age, they're like, oh, we don't like the dark one, we like the light one. So the division between my sister and I is very, till this day, it's very apparent because of course they viewed her as, the not good one, and then they viewed me as the more qualified, I should say, for marriage because I'm
Because you were
light
lighter
skinned.
skinned.
I was lighter skinned. Yes.
It's amazing. There's
Yeah.
so much prejudice against people just based on their skin color, and all different people
Oh,
groups.
yeah.
Now, what religion was that? Buddhist or what
Buddhist,
was?
yeah. The Cambodian culture, back in the days, you were still arranged back in the 80s when we came to America. It's still, it was, you still did everything by the books. It doesn't matter, you didn't assimilate pretty much. You still lived to the true value of being a Khmer woman. So you were subjected to everything, including, culturally marriage to someone who's older and so forth. And of course, I was subjected
And
to
they're
the same
always
thing.
way older, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
What's the age that they consider you marrying type?
Uh, 13 and above.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot like the Arabic cultures too,
Oh,
isn't it? Same sort
absolutely.
of thing. Yeah, I didn't know
Absolutely.
that.
Yeah, 13
So
and above.
many of the Asian population, when they came over here, they stayed out of politics completely. Or if they did vote, they never talked about it because they're always afraid of any kind of,
Backlash. Yeah.
attacks or backlash. Yeah. And now they've gotten more vocal, and they're very heavily on the conservative side, including immigrants from China in San
Yes.
Francisco, which is why the whole DEI hire thing doesn't seem to include anybody who's Asian anymore. Oh, you're not included. You're not part of that. You don't need our help.
You're too
It's
smart.
so funny to watch,
You're
isn't it?
part of the smarter community, I guess.
I
They
know.
label you as the smart one, you're the Asian smart one. You do way better in life because you were taught to be smart.
It's true though. It's true
Yeah,
though. It
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 is.
seems to be predominantly true. I mean, if it's fact, it's fact.
Yes.
I have so many friends who are Asian, and I just love all of them, and all their different cultures. And there is a distinct difference between somebody who's Chinese and say Japanese, or even Vietnamese or Cambodian. Very different, very different. You may look similar, but at least this sounds awful. But you've heard the joke about, oh, they
Oh,
all look the same.
they all look the
Uh,
same. You're supposed to
the
be short and I'm tall. You're supposed to be dark and I'm light. I don't fit the mold. I really don't.
Yeah, well, you do such great work on your TikTok channel. You're a lot of fun to watch. You make me laugh a lot, but you speak out so boldly on things. What kind of backlash have you received from your own community and people group?
Well, the one specifically one that's still going viral right now is the fact that I had said that if you are a content creator on TikTok, it is okay to speak English. If you can't speak your native tongue properly, it's okay to speak English. And I mean, it has been going wild.
Really?
Wild. Yes. I mean, someone would curse my generation out. Someone was telling me, what does it matter to you? I'm like, wait, did you put content out for someone to understand? Like, I couldn't understand you. And I myself, I mean, I speak my native tongue, but I don't speak it fluently. Like, I know more than enough to get by. And some of these younger generations are putting out skits and videos.
Oh, shoot. Oh, no,
Sorry.
what happened? What happened?
It was my phone.
I
I apologize.
Okay, no problem.
You're back.
I thought,
So,
"Oh, no, we've been intercepted by the communists.
right? So
They cut off
I
MoMo."
Yeah, so they are absolutely upset at me because I said I'm telling them to not speak our native tongue. And I said, no, I need to be able to understand you. So they're talking about the Thai and the Khmer War right now, and you're stuttering half of the time trying to speak our native tongue. Wouldn't it be better for you just to speak English so we could all here in America understand what you're trying to relay? So that is the worst backlash I've received. But I mean, from everybody else, it's usually you're going to be picked up by ICE, or, go back to your country, the normal, typical racist stuff. And of course, as soon as I disagree, like, why would you're brown. Why are you disagreeing? Like, this could happen to you. It's like, no, it can't, because we entered legally. It can't. It can't possibly happen because we followed the rules. And if you talk to a lot of legal immigrants, they are absolutely pissed to high heavens that these people assume that it's okay for them just to walk in when everybody else has spent thousands and thousands of dollars to get that piece of paper. It's hard work, time, and energy that they invested. How dare you just cut in front of the line and make like we're supposed to just look the other way, because we can't. It's not feasible.
Mm-mm. I'm seeing a lot of stuff in the media now, which, by the way, you cannot hate the media enough. Trust me on this.
Oh yeah.
I know. I'm an insider. I know how they lie. The greatest lie they tell is by omission, but they shape, and 98, 99% of them are flaming lefties in the media. That's print, radio, television,
Oh, absolutely.
and now social media too. And if you're on the right like you and I are, uh, social media targets us, shuts us down. I've had things deleted and everything threatened, and YouTube has taken me down, and I have 2 strikes, and one more, they're going to pull the whole thing, and so on. And I'm like, thank God for Rumble. MoMo, thank God for Rumble. That's where I am. I'm all about rumble.com/do not talk. Find me
Definitely
over
need
there.
to get on that. Yes, for sure.
You're not on there?
No, I'm not. Now you're telling
Oh,
me I'm going to get on there.
yes, sir. You got to be on Rumble. When you're there, follow me and I'll follow you. And
Absolutely.
we got to do more of this. I think you're fantastic.
Thank you.
If you're on TikTok, look up MoMo4Real. That's the number 4. MoMo, MoMo, 4REAL. MoMo4Real. And follow her. You'll like her. You'll be glad you did. But have you been doxxed? Have you had the left attack you that way, where they are
No,
literally
absolutely
calling you,
not.
threatening you?
I've been actually real private about my life because of my husband's profession, but I've lived a very private life. So that is just something that's not on the
Yeah,
internet.
it's hard
And
for me because I've been in the public all my life, and so they
yeah,
know exactly where I am, and I have been. I have had
yeah.
attacks and death threats and boycotts and all kinds of
Oh,
things. Boycott of the radio station or the TV station that I'm on, especially when I was in San Francisco, as I affectionately
yeah.
call it. I had,
Used to be
I
such
was
a
quite
beautiful.
I could tell you some stories. It used to be an extremely beautiful city. Absolutely, it was. Now it's just
You
a
would,
train
it's
wreck.
one of those things about San Francisco when I was growing up, we would always want to go to San Francisco for the weekend because it was so beautiful. It's like the fast-paced life, people in the Central Valley here in California. It's like, let's go to San Francisco. We were looking forward, even when, like my kids were younger, I did that. It's like, let's go to San Francisco. Let's go shopping downtown. It was the thing. Now it's like, don't go. There's piss
Mm-mm.
everywhere. There's poop everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah,
Horrible.
she's not kidding. It
Yeah.
really has gotten that bad. It has been so mismanaged, starting with our governor, who I affectionately call Governor Hairdo, as mayor of San Francisco. He really kind of blazed the trail of destroying that city, kind of like how he's doing to California.
Imagine it's happening to the entire nation. This guy
When he
wants to run for
announced
office.
it is, and I just came from an extraordinary event this past weekend. I was at the Take Our Power Back California Governor Showdown. It was all the conservative candidates running for governor next year on stage in the same place and having a debate. The only one who didn't show up was Chad Bianco,
Too bad.
and everybody else was there. Everybody else was there, and it was such a great event. But I was amazed at how many of my own fellow conservatives and Republicans or independents or you know declined to state, whatever, I don't care, but you got conservative values, so you're there. And they're all squealing and screaming about, oh, President Trump has to stop deporting illegals because his polling numbers are dropping.
What?
I'm
Wait,
like, what did you think was going to happen? I don't know how many times I said on the air, as soon as the news camera crews show up and they show some mom crying as her baby's being taken out of her arms, everybody's going to flip and they're all going to be afraid. They're all for it because we've seen the destruction of it and the financial collapse because of it. But as soon as you show that kind of crap on the news, and the media knows this, everybody starts freaking out. Well, he's not calling off the dogs. Thank God.
thank God.
Thank God. But his poll numbers have been slipping, but they're freaking out. Oh, his poll numbers are slipping. And so he's not going to run again. He's following through on his campaign promise that you were all
Right.
squealing about. You were so happy, and now suddenly you're turning against him because of it.
I always say if you award people for turning people in, I promise you more people are going to get turned in.
Yeah, kind of like
But
Crime Stoppers. Did you ever heard of
yes.
Crime Stoppers? Yeah, kind of like that. Let's
Yeah.
do it. I'm
Start
ready.
paying people. I promise you, the mom and the dad are going to call on the cousin, the aunt, the uncle, everybody. $1,000 a pop. I mean, the cartels are putting a hit on, the ICE agents. Why can't we do the same? If you're
That's
investing,
not being reported in the media either, by the way. What
oh
what
my God.
MoMo just said is absolutely true. It's my understanding that it's a $50,000 bounty if you kill an ICE or a Border Patrol agent
Yep. And you
from
don't
the
have to take
cartel.
our word for it. You just go to homelandsecurity.gov and the information is right there. There is a $50,000 bounty for any ICE agents. I mean, to hurt them, it's a couple thousand, but to take them completely out, it's $50,000. Imagine that.
That is a declaration of war as far as I'm
Oh,
concerned.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's someone's father, that's someone's son, that's someone's mother, child, daughter. $50,000 because you don't agree. You entered someone's country illegally, and then you break so many laws, and then you go put a hit. Like, don't get me started.
The cartels have coerced and either forced or monetarily rewarded any of these
Oh,
illegals
absolutely.
who came over for doing their drugs and moving their product. Not
Well,
just
as you
the
can see,
drugs,
the
but
ICE
also the
agents,
sex trafficking.
yeah. The ICE agents in Chicago just got fired upon not too long ago. I don't know if you heard about that, but they're like, oh, yes, we're finally using our Second Amendment. I'm sorry, what? That is is not what the Second Amendment is for. Do you understand that you are targeting federal authorities that's doing their job to protect the American people? And you're saying, yes, we're pro guns at this point because it's being used on federal agents. We're pro guns. We decided to change our minds. We're now pro guns.
In the material and the back channels and so on, they're telling all of them to go out and buy guns legally while you can. Even if you're here illegally, in many states, you can still buy a gun, California being one of them, which is supposed to be so anti-gun. But if you're here illegally, we can make things happen. And oh, by the way, get yourself a driver's license, even if you're here illegally, and you can get registered to vote. No questions asked.
No questions asked.
How do we turn this state around with that kind of trash and criminal behavior and horrible things happening right now? How do we turn this state around?
You would have to start from local elections. That is, you start from the bottom and go up, because every single time something like this happens, they take it from town to town. And then, of course, it goes up higher. If we can't change it locally, we can't change it statewide. So it has to happen from city, for people to really be connected with their community and say, this is not the American. I mean, for me, it's not the American dream. It's completely opposite than what we were taught when we were kids. You want to come to this country to live the American dreams, you have to work for it. Nothing is handed to you. And I am beside myself to see the amount of people saying, give me, I deserve. The mentality is absolutely just mental illness.
During the government shutdown, I'm sure you saw all the videos of all the people who were being denied their SNAP benefits. Not denied, but they just didn't have money to cover it, and the way they were freaking out and telling people, here's how you rob the stores in the white neighborhoods, and they'll let you get away with it. And they were all telling, this is how we did, and they would show themselves doing it on camera.
Yes. Is bold, very bold. Go to the white neighborhood. They're not paying attention to you.
What's that?
They said, go to the white neighborhood. The white neighborhoods aren't paying attention to you.
Right, exactly. Or if they are paying attention, they're afraid to say anything. Because Whitey is scared. Whitey is afraid to say anything because for some reason that word racist seems to have some kind of tremendous power over them, and it just shuts them down and shuts them up. I'm like, oh, my response is always the same. You're an idiot. That's all you got? That's all you got? No, you're an idiot. You got illegal behaviors going on, and I don't care what color you are. You came over here illegally. I don't care what country you're from. It wasn't just Central and South Americans that were coming across this border for 4 years under Biden. It's a big problem.
Yeah. As I stated, being an illegal immigrant it's not racist. It has no race value. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what country you're from. If you're an illegal, you're an illegal.
And also the attitude on the right is, well, they're only deporting the people who are breaking the law. They all broke the law.
Every single one of them.
They're here illegally.
If you go to another country, would you be able to do that in another country? You
not
would
even
have
Mexico. No, you cannot.
Not even. Yeah, exactly. So the hypocrisy is wild.
No, I agree. What are your? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, please. I want to hear what you.
No, I said that. I mean, imagine it. If you don't, they jail you automatically in a third world country. It doesn't matter what country you go to. As soon as you overstay, you either leave or they can jail you. So why is it that America is the only country you can break the rule without consequences?
Because there's so many on the left who completely want to see this nation destroyed, dismantled and destroyed. It's all part of the whole new world order, one world government crap. These people.
I often say, if you're so anti-American or anti-America, the country or the cause that you are supporting, take a 6-month leave, go to that particular country, live that lifestyle, and then let me know in 6 months if that is the course that you are saying. Is that something that you're still willing to support? Because I guarantee you wouldn't last for 6 months.
The worst part are the whiteys that are out there, the American citizens who are out there, the old ones, the old hippies who want to relive their little high school and college protests, the Vietnam War days. It's all exciting for them. Those are the ones you see predominantly at all these protests now,
Yeah.
except for what happened in Berkeley just last night. Did you hear about that? Turning
No,
Point
I didn't.
USA.
What?
Turning Point USA was at the University of
Oh, yes.
California.
They denied people.
It was awful, but it turned violent. Antifa showed up, and there was rioting and explosions going on. It was insane
Well, I'll
because
be at
they,
Turning Point USA this December, so we'll see.
yeah. You're what?
I said I'll be at Turning Point USA this December.
You're going to America Fest.
Yes, I am.
I would love to go, but it's sold out now. I would love
Well,
to go.
we're attending as media, so we'll see. As
Oh, very good.
influencers.
I didn't know that that was a thing. I'll have to
Yes.
contact them, see if I can get myself in there. I'd love to
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
definitely. You go on their website and it tells you media influencers and so forth. You apply and get your way in there.
Think I need to do that.
Yes, you do.
It'd be fun to have you on the air with me actually
Oh,
there at that event, wouldn't it?
absolutely.
I've been to one big I saw Charlie Kirk 3 times, thank God. One time was at UC Davis. I was there when that riot broke out.
Mm.
I was actually there. Then I went to San Francisco State University, saw him there, and there were a lot of protesters, but no real problems. But they handled it well. The police were there, and I'm spotting snipers on roofs and all that stuff. I wish they would have been in Utah. But the biggest one was when I went to his people. What was it? It was just called the People's Convention
Oh,
in Detroit. Charlie Kirk put that on, and I got to see him again, and I got to experience what Turning Point is all about. I love that organization. I love what they do. Most of them are volunteers. What a great, great thing. And the best part is they're spreading God's word. They speak openly and honestly about their devotion to Christ Jesus
yes.
and biblical values.
Yeah.
Biblical values, not Republican Party values
No.
so much as biblical values, which align oftentimes with the Republican Party. As soon as the Republican Party pulls from their platform, as part of their charter, that they're no longer pro-life and no longer traditional marriage, I'm out. That's the only thing that makes me identify as a Republican.
Yes.
And the California Republican Party is trying to take that out of their charter. They've tried several times now. So far, it hasn't worked, but they don't quit. They keep trying. There's so many rhinos polluting the California Republican Party. Don't give a dime to the California GOP.
No?
Instead, do like what MoMo just said. Support your local candidates. Get
Yes.
involved in what's happening locally with your city council, your board of supervisors, your school boards. That's the most
Yes.
important position you could ever run for, a school board, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, absolutely. They are indoctrinating our children. I have a 13-year-old who can't, well, she's 14 now. She can't even decide what outfit she's going to wear, let alone what her gender will be. And they're telling our kids to keep secrets from us.
Yeah.
She's very indecisive. I mean, I'm, hitting 50 anytime soon, and I can't even decide what I want to eat tomorrow. And here we are thinking, a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old can decide what gender they are. They don't even know who they are. Half of these people who are in their 50s and 60s still can't figure out who they are. So you're telling me again, a 14-year-old can decide who they want to be? Oh, some would always say, yeah, they know they're a different gender since birth. And
That's because
that's
they've been told
delusional.
that. They've been told that they're easily influenced and easily swayed to whatever's unique, timely, and trendy. They want to be a part of that.
And see, that's the thing. That's the core issue. You have to feel accepted. That's the mentality. But if you're not,
Yeah.
then it's not okay. If you're the one-off, it's not okay. Why do you feel the need to constantly be accepted? I don't here. That's my mentality. People was like, why are you trying so hard for the white people to accept you? That was your problem. I wasn't asking for permission. I wasn't trying to be accepted by anybody. I live my life by my rules. And that is what, my core values. And that's it. It's not to appease anybody else. Nobody. What
I
happens
love
in
it.
my house? Yes. The
There
rules
you
in my
go.
house. No, don't need validation from anybody.
There you go. I love it.
Never
Fantastic.
have, never will. And
On
that's why
school.
I'm probably the worst. They're so offended by it because once you say something, I don't need validation. The key thing is that they needed validation. And when you tell them they don't, they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Like, for example, when you say, no, you're a dude. You're not going to
Yeah.
get in this locker room. Get out.
Well,
Get
but
that,
this,
get that
well,
thing
but
out of
that,
here.
yeah. Well, I'm really this. Did you have balls when you were growing up? I mean, did you come out with balls? So that makes you a man, right? I just
Pretty simple.
very simple.
Pretty
There's
simple.
one way or the other. Like what?
I want you to do great. I hope you are. How can we help you? How can we support you?
No, I'm on TikTok pretty much every morning. I wake up, I do my videos about 4 o'clock in the morning. Please like and share. That's basically it. If you find what I say is absolutely on point, I mean, the only way to support me is to help share my video, and that is it.
A lot of old guys on the right like me are afraid of TikTok. Oh, it was owned by the communists. Oh, they're looking at everything you do. No, I don't want any part of it. I don't even buy anything made in China. If I see inside and it says made in China, I put it back on the shelf. No, thank you. Not because I have anything against Chinese. I have everything against communism.
Communism.
My war is
Correct.
against communism because the
Yes.
Chinese people are
It's
wonderful.
not the people. It was never
They're,
about the people.
no, so when 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 you get on Rumble, I think you'll see a lot of people coming on over and
Yeah,
calling in.
definitely. I will definitely sign up. It's absolutely new to me, like I said, and I'll see you there and I'll sign up and you'll definitely start seeing videos of myself on Rumbles too. This is
Good.
actually a very pleasant conversation. It's mine, let me try to find the correct word for it. It's actually fulfilling to have a conversation with someone who's on the same mindset as you.
I agree. I don't do interviews. I like to have conversations.
Yes.
And I also believe I have no problems with helping others who are in the alternative media, as I call it, and many others do, because I believe a rising tide lifts all boats.
Yes.
So I'm trying to get my own fellow conservatives to stop thinking you're getting everything you need to know by watching Fox News. First of all, let's start with that and start exploring other ways to get your information. Rumble's a great one. They're still hanging out on YouTube because that's all they know. And you're being even the people who are still on YouTube who are conservative have to curb their language. They can't
Correct.
say COVID shot. They can't
Yeah.
talk about prevalence of suicide amongst the military.
The
You
best
can't even
thing when
say the
you do,
word suicide because I
yeah.
just said that on YouTube. They will delete this as soon as
Jeez.
it's done. You cannot even say you can't talk about homosexual community. I don't say LGBTQ whatever because
I say ABC, alphabet.
I don't let the left dictate my language.
We call it the alphabet community.
I call it the homo mafia, and that really pisses them off because that's how they act.
Oh
They act
yeah.
like the mafia. They're gonna if you don't do what we say and you don't comply, we're gonna ruin you. That's their attitude, and they do. I've had them come after
Aren't
me.
they, for peace and for love and equality? But the first thing you do
As
is
long as you agree with them. And
you become public enemy number one when you say no.
especially when you're in the media. I have a family member who still has nothing to do with me, who's a lesbian, and she's completely cut off all contact with me. And we were close when we were growing up, but so be it. So
Her
be it.
loss.
Well, Charlie, you could say
It,
things more nicely. No, not really. The left is screaming and shouting, and I'm sick of being the silent majority.
sorry.
We finally
We
found our voice, and now I'm just
absolutely.
encouraging my own fellow conservatives to get louder.
Absolutely.
Don't shrink back and don't shy away. And so what?
Oh,
President Trump is losing in polling. His polling's going down. He's losing. He's losing. Uh, what did I read just this morning? He's losing the Hispanic community
no, it's
again.
not.
First of all, I disagree with that. I think
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
completely untrue. The other is he's not running for president again. So what? He could have these low poll numbers. I don't really care. Let's get him an all Republican Congress and an all Republican Senate. Come midterms with the primary election next summer. Get out and vote for anything with an R in front of its name. Oh, I can't do that. I'm going to vote for the good person, whoever's best, regardless of what party they belong to. Stupid. That's the problem. That's the attitude that says put us where we are now, I believe, because we know what the left is all about. And we know that they will lie to you. They will taquilla you. They will lie just to get in office. And then their true horns come out.
Well, there you go. Mandani, clear example. Oh, free rent, free housing, free bus. And guess what? Kathy Hochul just came out, was like, no, I'm not raising the tax. What? You guys just got played. We're not doing any of that.
And all the rich people that they were supposedly going to have pay for all these freebies are leaving.
Yes.
And guess who they're going to come after to pay for those freebies? Great job, New Yorkers. Well done.
Well done.
And
that's what I said. They need to go live Sharia law, right? They are so happy that this is going to happen to New York. Yes, Sharia law. Well, start covering up. See how you're going to like it. Bow down to a man because you said no king, correct? No king in the White House. Okay, let's see how that's going to work when Mandani gets in and Sharia law comes into effect and you got to bow down to a man.
During the whole Israeli-Palestinian conflict, there's no such thing as Palestine, by the way, and there's no such people group as Palestinians. That is made up by the media, and people have just bought right into it. So this Hamas, the Hamas government that those people stupidly elected to be their government, a terrorist organization, the people on the campuses, the college campuses, remember when they were all hitting the college campuses and protesting for the Palestinians and anti-Israel, and they were showing their true colors when it came to their prejudice against Jewish people. They were holding up signs, gays for Palestine. I laughed out loud when I saw that. I posted about that. I went, you know what? Take your cute little sign. Why do you go over to a Muslim country with a predominantly Islamic and show them your little sign that you're so proud of? Enjoy your nice little quick flight off a prayer tower to the pavement below, because that's what they do. That's what
or they get rocked to death, right? Wouldn't it be rocked to death?
You get stoned. You get stoned to death, or they'll toss you off a tower. It is crazy how ignorant they are on the left. Truly ignorant.
Give them 6 months. Here.
Yeah, I know.
6 months.
Give him, like you said, give him 6 months.
Give him 6 months.
Keep bowling out the rope. Oh, look at all this free rope I'm getting.
Yes, 6 months.
Enjoy that rope that you're getting because it's going to be hanging you.
Yes.
Well, you're a kick. I think you're fantastic. Thanks for spending some time with me on here. And so right now it's just on TikTok. We find you there, MoMo4Real, the number 4, MoMo4Real, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, follow her on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, it kind of is a wasteland. To find people like Momo is refreshing, and because of the algorithms, I'm obviously conservative. That seems to be the only kind of stuff that pops up for me. But
yeah, you definitely have to go searching.
Yeah, I've explored some of the other stuff on there, and it's just like a complete wasteland, a 30-second wasteland, one stupid video after another, trying to outrageous each other.
Yes.
That's what it is.
It truly is.
Well, I really enjoyed you. Thank you for the time, Momo, and may God bless you and keep you.
Thank you. I really appreciate you having me on. This is wonderful. We'll talk soon.
Let's do it again.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, fun. And you can follow me at CharLeeSimons.com. Oh, by the way, right here, that QR code, bing, that'll take you right to nuevalife.com/CharLee Simons to get 10% using my name like that. 10% off all products there. Collagen, energy drink that's all naturally derived. Everything made in the United States of America, by the way. This company's fantastic. They've got a coffee drink now. They've got that's got mushrooms in it and all kinds of stuff. And it's healthy, all healthy stuff, good for you. But the collagen is the best you're going to find. and they're not all the same. A lot of it comes from China. This is USA manufactured, USA derived, all right there at Nueva, Nueva life.com/CharLee Simons, CharLeeSimons. May God bless you and keep you. May God bless America. But most importantly, America, bless God. Happy Veterans Day.